Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Hadidi Makeovers. So for today we are going to be doing a simple casual makeup look using matte eyeshadows. So if you're a returning subscriber, welcome. If you're new here, I'm Hadidi Makeovers. I'll be dropping videos here every other week, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also comment. So let's get started. So guys, as you can see, I already cleaned her face. I'm just going to be priming her brows. That's not priming, rather I'll be mattifying her brows. Mattifying means making sure the brows are matte. Matte means making it oil free. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's it. I want the brows to be oil free and sweat free. I don't want the brows to be sweaty or oily later on after the makeup is done, so I always do that. I'll apply Pond's face mattifier, Pond's oil control cream on her brows. So as usual, I'm using the eyebrow pencil from the Davis pencil number 18 to draw her brows. I'll be filling that in. She already has full brows, and I'm not her brows are not trimmed or carved or anything like that, so I'm just going in with my pencil. I'll be drawing that out. Yeah, I'll be outlining that using the pencil, and also reducing the pencil wax using my mascara wand from the Bell brushes. So guys, the brows are done. One of the brows, rather. I'll be doing the second brows now. Can you see that? So the second brows too is already done, and yeah, I'll be using the House of Tara liquid concealer in the shade 04. I'll be using the angle brush from the Bell brushes. I'll be using that to outline, to clean out the brows, highlighting her brow bone, rather. Yeah, I'll be cleaning out her brows with this, and yeah, let's just keep watching. So going in with a blending brush from the Bell brushes, this little white fluffy brush, I'm going to be blending out the concealer. You want to make sure you blend out the concealer on the outer part and the inner part of the concealer, like the way I'm doing now. Yeah, can you see that? You want to blend that out, because when you're applying your foundation, you don't want that place to stand out and be looking all creased up, or all it would look too thick around the area, and it's going to be showing a difference between the concealer and the foundation. So to avoid that, you want to blend out your concealer very well. So I'm using the eye primer from the Ben 9 Clown White eye primer. That's one of my favorite primer. I'll be applying that all over her crease, and also using the same brush I used in blending the eyeshadow, the concealer on her crease. I'll be using that too to blend the eye primer away. Can you see how well blended the primer is? You want to make sure you blend your primer smoothly. You don't want it to be all creased up. So I'm going to be going in with the Hush Beauty Nigeria matte eyeshadow palette. I'm using the peachy shade from the palette to I'll be applying that on her crease. This is going to be the main color of the day. This peach shade, I chose peach because the Ankara she's putting on, it has peach on it, and the turban we are going to be tying Actually, that will be the next video after this video. So I want you guys to watch how we tie the turban. I'll be dropping that like 2 days later. So yeah, I'll be applying this peachy shade. I'll be going in with also a nude shade just to balance the color with the Ankara peach. So yeah, I'm just dabbing that on top of the eye primer. You don't want to be too rough on the eyes, because when it's matte eyeshadow you want to be very, very careful. And yeah, that's just it. So I'll be contouring with a maroon shade, maroon and purple. I went in with a purple. I wish I could show you guys how it is, but I find it hard to show my products when I'm filming. Maybe when I get a camera I'll start doing that, because I use my phone to film my videos, to record my videos rather. And the lens on the phone, it's not very big. If I end up doing that, I might just end up messing the whole video up, so I don't want to get that done. But when I get my camera I'll start. Actually, I have a camera, but I don't know how to use it yet, but I'm taking a class, so I'm using my phone to film. I'll be blending the eyeshadow in. I'm transitioning with a brown shade from my powder palette. I'll be doing that naturally. I don't want the eyes to be too harsh or too colorful like that, so I'm using an eyeshadow palette. That's after contouring with maroon and purple color. I'm just transitioning with my powder palette from the Ezekiel powder palette. I'm just transitioning with that. So yeah, can you see that? You want to make sure you clean out the eyeshadow fallouts under her eyes, and also you have to be careful with that because the area around the eyes is very sensitive, and it's the skin around that area too is very, very soft, so you want to be careful and gentle with that. If you noticed, I did not over clean everything like that. I just cleaned the eyeshadow fallout. You don't want to touch the part where you blended out the concealer. It's going to be looking too rough after you are done with your skin. So as you can see, I'm just applying mascara on her, the compact 3x mascara. I'm applying that on her lashes. Then I'll be going in to apply the eyeliner. After applying the eyeliner, I'll be fixing the lashes. My lashes is from Wink Eyelashes Nigeria. Can you see this? Yeah, I love these lashes so much. They are so affordable, and it's also very, very easy to use. And can you see that? So I just fixed it. Wow, can you see how beautiful her eyes are looking now? So after I'm done with the lashes, I'm going to moisturize her skin. And yeah, after moisturizing, I'll be priming her skin using the Stay Matte mattifier. I'll be mattifying only her T-zone area, and I'll just wait for that to dry. Can you see that? Yeah, that's just it. And we move on to the foundation. Next, I'll be going in with the Khalifa foundation in the shade Biscuit and Mango. I'll be mixing that on my foundation plate and also applying it on her face. And if you noticed, I've been very, very minimal with my foundation recently. Not too not extra little sha, but I just I've been very minimal with the way I apply my foundation. After doing this, I'm going to blend that out, and also going to go if I'm doing her T-zone area, I'm going to be applying the biscuits only around there. She has a round face, and I want to try as much as possible to make sure her face turns oval. That's the idea behind using a darker shade of foundation on her. I want this outer part I'm using this 2 shades on to be a little bit darker, so that it doesn't show she has a round face. So yeah, just keep watching and see the magic we will create. So as you can see, I'm going in with a lighter shade. That's the shade in Biscuit alone. I'm going in with that shade on the inner part of her face. I just want that face to be more highlighted because I want to achieve an oval face. You know, as a lady, you have to as a makeup artist, we try as much as possible to achieve an oval face. That's why we always highlight the inner part of the face, the T-zone, and also under the eyes, the chin, and all that. So as you can see, I'm just going to do that, and just keep watching and see how we create magic. So before I blend the upper part of her face, I'm going to be using the shade I used for her brows earlier. I'm going to be using the House of Tara concealer in the shade 04 to highlight her upper brows, to clean up the upper part of her brows. So for now, I'm making sure the line effect shows. You want to achieve a very straight line. You want the brows to look the same. So yeah. So using my beauty blender, I'm going to be blending in the concealer using the foundation. Can you see that? And you want to be very minimal with your foundation around the hairline. Can you see? I'm just blending into the hairline. You don't want the foundation to look like a face mask. So you want to be careful when you are blending your foundation. So I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing here. Yeah, if you don't understand, you can just drop your comments down below and I'm going to be answering them. So we are done with the foundation. I'm going to be going in with the same concealer I used before. I don't want to go lighter again on her highlights, so I'm going in with the same concealer I used to clean her brows. That's the House of Tara concealer in the shade 04. I will be blending under the eyes, the bridge of her nose, the forehead, the cupid bow, and also on her chin. I'll be highlighting all that. So as you can see, I'm done highlighting with my concealer. I'm going to be setting the highlights using my translucent powder from the Khalifa powder palette. So can you see that instead of using a setting powder, I'm using this translucent powder. It also serves the same thing for me. Yeah, so if you guys want to do that, you can also do that. I do this when I'm in a hurry also, but sure, it still turns out great. So after I'm done setting the face, I'm going to be setting her highlights. Rather, I'm going to be setting her whole face using the Khalifa powder palette with her shade of powder. That's in the shade Biscuit. You know, I use the foundation Biscuit to on her face, so I'm going to be using the same thing I used before. I'm using the shade Mango to set the outer part of her face. I'm going to be using the Biscuit part to highlight her inner part of the face rather. So yeah, as you can see, I'm going to be using this pointy brush from the Vicabel brushes. I'll be contouring the side of her face. I'm using a dark shade from the Zikel powder palette to do that. You know, I always love powder contour now, so yeah, I'm always on powder. I'm doing a powder contour rather. So as you can see, the shade I used in contouring has the side of her nose. I'll be using the same shade from the Zikel powder palette to contour her face, the hollow of her cheeks. That's just it rather. Just highlight, contour the hollow part of her cheeks, and yeah, her face will be looking a little bit more slimmer. We want the contours to be obvious. So guys, looking at her face now, if you can spot the difference, you can just see it's a bit obvious. So I'm just going in on her cupid bow using a blending brush. I'm just applying a bronzer there, so when we do the lips, it comes out well. I'm using the 24-hour lip stain from Classic Makeup. I'll be applying this shade in Honey on the inner part of her lips. After doing that, I'll be using my eyebrow gel, a random eyebrow gel I always use that to do my nude lips. So I'll be using a random eyebrow gel to line the outer part of her lips, and I'll be blending that. Then I'll move on to I'll be using a gloss from the Classic Makeup also. It's in Peach. I think it's in LGO2. That's the shade. It's a peachy shade, peach color shade. I'll be applying that. I'll be topping up her lips with that gloss, and yeah. So after I'm done with the lips, I'm going to be setting under her highlights, her eyes rather, the highlight. I'm going to be setting the highlight using her shade of powder to do that. Then yeah. So after I'm done with setting, I'm going to be applying the eyeliner on her lower eyes, and then yeah, on the waterline rather. Then I'm using this mascara I used before to, and I'll be applying that on her lower lashes just to give it a little, can you see that? Yeah, so I'll be applying a peachy shade blush from my blush palette, my Lady V blush palette in Girls Night Out. I'll be applying that on all over her cheeks. Then we move on to, yeah, that's just it. So guys, after this, I'm going to be setting the whole face using my Kiss Beauty Fix It makeup spray. I'll be applying that all over her face. Can you see? Yeah, this is how I apply my setting spray. I want everything to be wet and it gets dries and everything will just sit pretty on her skin. Can you see that? That's after the setting spray is dry. So I'm applying my bronzer from the Get Technique, the Real Technique Gets Gorgeous bronzer. I'll be applying that on her cheekbones, or on the tip of her nose, the forehead, and also on her chin. So yeah, we are done with the makeup. If you want to see how we tie this turban, the next video will be up in 2 days. So guys, yeah, thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also don't forget to comment. This is Hadidi Makeovers once again. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next week. Bye.